What you're about to see is a Channel 4 News exclusive.
So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! You sit on a throne of lies. We have to get on, we have so much time and so little to do. Strike that. Reverse it.
Welcome back, family and friends, to another episode of the 12 Days Before Christmas, Independent Joe. And this is a Whiskeys with Friends edition. And what better way to celebrate a Whiskey with Friends edition than to invite Hello Again Whiskey Friends. And Jeffrey Wack was kind enough to join me tonight. And I appreciate him so much for doing this with me. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Everybody in the squared circle here, thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel and other channels. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring on Jeffrey so that we can go ahead and get this thing rolling. As you can tell, some of these videos go a little bit long, but that's okay because you guys are cool and you guys are watching it. And hey, we're doing this. We're doing this for ourselves and also for you. So we really appreciate you. And without further ado, Mr. Jeffrey Wack.
Yeah. Hello again.
Hey, brother, how you doing tonight?
Hey, doing really good, Joe. Thank you so much for putting this together.
You're the first one to actually. We're gonna do a comparison one. So we got two whiskeys in front of us. We've been letting them air out a little bit. Look at those blends right there. You got Hello Again Whiskey Friends. Look out for that. They're getting some more. So that one's gonna be coming to you pretty soon. Check it out. And also, if you are not subscribed, subscribe to Hello Again Whiskey Friends. One of the best trios ever. They got guests come on. They got games that they play with their guests. It's freaking awesome. At some point, I think I'm supposed to be one of their guests on there. Wink, wink, maybe. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that.
At some point, we're going to be doing that. So look out for their content. And yeah, let's get this started. So what we have is a few pours. Jeffrey does not know what's in it. I do. I was going to do it blind because I hadn't tasted these, but I decided, you know what? One of us needs to know something. So I was like, let me at least, when I'm referring to it and we're tasting it, and I can get an idea of what you're drinking, and then it would be kind of weird, not neither of us not knowing something. But that's what we have right now. We're letting it open up, and just like the other reviews that you've seen in the past couple of days, I'm going to ask him a couple of questions, see what his thoughts are, see if it can help you when you're out there looking for some whiskeys, and what his thoughts are on some of the stuff that's out there. First question.
All right.
Most surprising whiskey of the year for you, not just something that you've had, you weren't expecting too much, and you just taste it and you're like, oh wow, this is actually really good.
Two brands came to mind when you said that. The first one is the Copper and Kings. Okay. I really enjoyed the apple brandy finish Copper and Kings that they did. It was $65. They used some old stuff in it. So yeah. A lot of the times I'm used to, when you hear a brandy finish, it's usually like 4-year or 5-year MGP that they're trying to sell you for $70-$80.
Yeah.
So when Copper and Kings came out with that, and they had 12, I think 13-year-old stuff in this blend, it just comes across as being old, dark, and then you get that brandy finish on top of it.
A lot of flavor, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. People talk about it and heard about getting it, and obviously you have one. But I have not seen that out this way in Cali area.
I think it's mostly Kentucky or a Midwest thing right now in terms of that distribution. Okay. So living in Cincinnati, I get that benefit of Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky, just going in a circle.
I do. Oddly enough, though, I do have a pick from Copper and Kings that was at a local store here. That's just the brandy, though. It's not the whiskey brandy. Yeah. Brandy, with whiskey in it. So.
Yeah, it's one of the. I got.
Oh yeah,
a pick there too. This one was a toasted barrel one too.
Oh, nice.
They get real good.
And that's the brandy or the.
That's brandy, 128 proof brandy that was then in a toasted barrel. They called it a Phoenix barrel, which I thought was kind of funny.
Let's see. I'm not trying to one-up you. I'm just curious now on 131 proof on my brandy. But I actually haven't tasted it because I bought it and it was a Bevmo barrel, not a toasted one. Yours. I like the label on yours, but I can't. Now I'm really gonna need to pop that and try it out.
Give it a shot. I didn't like it when I first opened it back in like 2018, 2019, and now I'm like, I don't know. I guess it's just the journey that we've been on. I love it. I can actually pick it up and taste the similarities and the toasted barrel, all that kind of stuff.
You know what? And that's the good thing about a lot of the things that we review. Sometimes we'll just randomly pick something like a brandy or a tequila or a cognac or something, or an Armagnac, something different, just to see like where the different flavors go and the different types of liquids that we have enjoyed. Yeah. So second question. You know what? And I forgot to ask. Sorry about that, Trev. I forgot to ask you this one. But we went so deep into the other ones, the first question, so we went right after this. But since it's the gift giving season, and you have a lot of friends who enjoy pours and stuff like that, to not go overboard, but what is a good gift giving whiskey that whether it's packaging, maybe people heard about it and maybe it's just hard to obtain, maybe in their area or something. What is something that you would recommend people looking for?
Oh, it's so dependent on area. That's always the hard part with these type of recommendations. Yeah. I think my go-to moves this year have been mainly 3 brands. In my area, there's a whole lot of Old Scout picks and Backbone picks that are 6-7 years old, 50, 60, $65 max. And I give those to friends and they don't know the brands at first, but then they open it up and they're like, oh, this is familiar, because they tasted my MGP so many times on so many other labels. They just don't know that it's all the Indiana bourbon as they go through it.
Yeah, definitely. So your recommendation would be something localized, as in a pick that maybe they couldn't get somewhere else?
Yeah, some pick, don't overdo it, but try to find that good balance between the price and the age and the quality.
Quality is definitely important, especially if you're giving it as a gift. Because to me, Wild Turkey 101 is a good, flavorful, everyday drinker type thing. But if I know I'm giving somebody something that's maybe a little bit more past that portion of experience wise, then I'd probably definitely look at local picks and definitely what is that? Old Bones, those Old Bones picks are pretty darn good. So, yeah. So that ends the portion of our question asking. Now we're going to get into the whiskey.
Joe. Wait a second, Joe. Has anyone reversed it and asked you these questions?
Yeah. Actually, no, nobody's asked me.
Jeez.
I'm going to say for the first one, most surprising. Dang, I'm gonna have to look around now that you put me on the spot. Wow, there was one I can't. Most surprising. I don't know if you've seen these.
Are those not the Trader Joe one, right? Is that what that bottle is?
Yeah. Okay. Trader Joe came out with this 125 proof gem of a whiskey. I was supposed to go and try to grab another one, but man, they sell out so quick because of how flavorful they are. For like $30, you can't beat it. It's crazy. And it's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. So that most surprising, because I heard about it last year and I was like, I'll go get one. And then of course I couldn't find one, but I was like, don't worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. And then nobody really reviewed it or anything. I didn't even review it. I honestly don't want. I mean, secret's out, but I'm probably gonna try to get another one. If I can't, then I'll make sure every year I'm gonna look for these, because these are like a diamond in the rough, especially at $30 and at that flavor profile. It's just really nice. It's weird. Second question.
Did they say
what would I recommend as a gift?
Yep.
Probably, I was thinking like Old Bones. I don't know if they have store picks and stuff. You can, pick for those. I'm just going off your answer because
those backbones.
Yeah, backbones, the backbones, or more than likely you're gonna know the person, so kind of sneak a peek at their shelf. What are they interested in? What are they looking at? You can always ask those questions, and just go off of that when you're talking about think about what they say their favorite pours been, and you don't have to get that one, but you can maybe find something in that. Like if their favorite is Kentucky, they can find a Kentucky. If their favorite is Indiana, find Indiana. If they have a Texas palette, find them something from Texas, maybe something different than they don't have, but it's still in their area too. So you don't have to be restricted to giving them something from your area. You can also find out what it is in their area, or at least their area of what their palette is, what they like most, what they gravitate towards, and then something different from that. Maybe not that distillery, but within that state of distillation. So, whew, that was a mouthful. Now I know why I didn't answer those questions before. I'm just kidding. I talk too much. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into the whiskey. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in, and really appreciate you. Hit the like button, hit subscribe. Hello again, whiskey friends. Don't forget, great content, and let's get into this first nose. We're going to go into your Glen. I think it's your Glen.
Yep.
All right. So let's go into the nose and smell it and see what we get.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Let's see here. I mean, it's pretty coating on the glass. I haven't
it's pretty oily.
Tasted it, but looks like it's coating. So hopefully it's promising for the palate.
So you know what it is, but you haven't tried it before. Is that what you're saying?
Now this is one I've never had. Not even a different like a version of it. I don't even know what this is going to be. So
okay.
The other one, I've had versions of it, just not that one. Not that one as of late. Or not this bottle. This is a new crack for us. These are new cracks. Never tried them, never opened them.
All right. Well, on the nose for me on this one, I get like a soft walnut. I'm debating if I get a little bit of a banana or not.
I'm getting a little bit of a weird chili pepper nose in there.
I can see that angle.
It's really subtle, but it's weird. It's a spice, but I don't want to say pepper. There's a weird spice in there.
I don't know. I could go like a cayenne pepper. That when you said pepper, that was what I thought of was cayenne.
Yeah, something like that. That's different for me so far. So I'm getting some toffee, a little bit light toffee, light vanilla. Not really too much on the barrel char or anything like that. Not too much barrel.
No, not too much barrel. Just a soft oak, like maybe like a cedar. So there's a little barrel influence there, but not too much char with it.
Are you getting any fruits on this? It's because it is light. It's on the lighter side on the nose.
I could go apple, even maybe to a pear, maybe a spiced pear, but yeah, it's in that brighter range.
Yeah, I was in that same realm as far as lighter fruits, like a peach with that cayenne pepper on it or something. It's just like different. It's different. It's a different nose. All right. So what do you think?
I'm intrigued. Off the nose, I'm trying to figure out the type, and the type doesn't readily emerge.
Yeah,
just off the nose
definitely.
itself.
Like I wouldn't be able to tell you if this is like what state this is from. It's.
I can't even tell you if it's a bourbon or not.
Yeah. Is it?
It might be. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Let's go on the nose on the second one. Let's check that one out.
All right. So a little comparison here.
All right, and here's the Glen real quick, seeing how it coats it. That's actually even more coating. That's pretty nice. Oh yeah.
All right.
This one has a little bit more meat to it. A little bit more sweetness to it. A little more sweet. I know I say sweet meat and that can be taken out of context, but it's just like a heftier nose to it than this one. I'm not saying it's like crazy out there, but it's just there's a little bit more to it than this one right here.
Yeah, it's got a bit more depth to it, a bit more deepness.
Yeah,
picking it apart is kind of interesting too. My first impression was almost
I'm kind of getting a sweet apricot on for some weird reason. Definitely heavier on the caramel than the other one. The other one's a little more lighter toffee.
Yeah, heavier on the caramel. There's something I'm trying to put my finger on it. It's reminding me of something. It's not quite like a fondant on a cake, but something similar to that.
Okay, a little bit of powdered sugar type nose to it.
Yeah, you kind of got that sugariness to it. And you know the fondant almost has a gosh, just that doughiness to it.
Mm-hmm.
That thick icing.
Yeah. This is kind of reminding me something. I like I was telling you, I did a video with Trev, and Trev, if it would probably know, and you don't know what I did with Trev, so it's actually in that realm. So it's like, okay, there's some similarities there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could see your apricot angle.
Some apricot,
it's got
a little
stone
bit of
fruit
drizzle
kind of a
caramel with you know, like a little bit some vanilla cream on it. Oh, almost took a drink. Almost took a drink. I was like, oh no, stop yourself.
Man.
Almost had to do it.
Call a foul on you, just like those Chiefs, huh?
Yeah. Oh man, they were upset on that one. They were really upset. But you know what? The Cowboys actually get called for that all the time, for being offsides, for being over the line, you know, before they hike the ball. We've got hit on that so many times. I'm yelling at the screen, get back. But you know what? Mahomes, you know, he was pretty animated at the game and at the end of the game. That was crazy. So on the nose, between the two, what are you picking?
Oh man,
this one's changed a little bit. A little bit.
A whole lot of nuttiness emerged. I talked about a soft walnut the first time, but this is now just straight nut.
It just opened up, like right now.
Wow.
That is banana walnut bread.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, on the nose, I think I'd actually go towards the first one.
Okay.
There's a note on the second one that comes across almost a little sour by comparison. I'm still trying to put my finger on what it's reminding me of, but okay, I think I would go for,
especially going back and forth, you get more of the sourness on this one.
Yeah, something. Interesting.
All right, let's get into the palate. Let's go back to the first one. See, cheers to you, brother. Cheers to everybody watching. Think.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
All right.
I'm surprisingly, because I already gave it away that these ain't high proof whiskeys, but surprisingly on the tongue, it doesn't feel that way. On the tongue, there's a little bit more heat to it. I'm gonna let you go ahead. What are you getting? What are you getting from this?
No, I mean we're probably right around 100 proof, I would say. So
Okay.
So I think that's always a pretty respectable proof, and I don't know, you still get that good mouth feel. You know, we talked about how oily it was, so you get that good mouth feel, but it doesn't blow you out.
Mm-hmm. It turns into more of a pecan pie, though, like a pecan flavored, rather than that walnut nose.
Yeah, the nuts just keep emerging here. It's almost gosh, it's almost hitting me like some type of nut butter, not peanut butter, not almond butter, but there's like some of those butters you find now that got the different nuts in it. You know, Brazilian nuts and pistachios and all those type of things. It's just kind of the pecans, as you said. It's all ground up in there. That's the main flavor on this one, though. It is very nutty.
Yeah. Honestly, I've never had this one, and I was excited to taste it. They come out with this one, I think once a year. It said they come out with different versions of this. I think this is their once a year thing. I'm not sure.
I'm getting the cayenne pepper note that you got on the nose. I'm getting it on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah,
it hits the tip of my tongue, even though it's on the finish. It's very interesting.
Yeah, that lingers on the front, and then in the back, there's just that nice warmth. A little bit of crackling of spices on top, and then on the tip, like you said, it's just you're getting that cayenne. That's a weird one. That's different. I mean, it's not bad. It's nice. It's easy. So we'll go to the next one. Let's try to figure out what this one is giving us.
All right.
I don't know. Should I drink? Sip.
Yeah, little rinse.
I don't want to drink too much because then it'll probably waterlog my palate. But yeah, let's see here.
Man, this one's still changing now.
Yeah, it's a little different. Probably because now we have that little bit of that spice in our system. It's just that little bit of heat. You know, it wasn't hot, like crazy hot or anything, but I felt it went a little on the higher side of the 100.
This one feels a little hotter. I was just sniffing it on the nose. I getting the taste here.
All right, cheers, everybody.
Cheers. All right.
Think. A lot of that apricot.
Yeah, this one's got more going on. It's the balance of the fruits, the caramels, vanillas, creams, but then there's a layer of spice too. There's some pepper on this one.
Yeah, this one is pepper. This one is cayenne.
Yeah, black pepper versus the cayenne.
Yeah.
And there's even a bit of a lingering, not quite like a sweet oak, not a deep oak, but it leaves you on the end with the barrel.
And it's almost like a liquefied caramel. Once you're done and you're finishing up with, and it might sound gross, with a little bit of saliva that's that's going down. It's almost like a caramelized flavor going towards the back, like just, I don't know, really nice. I'm gonna agree with you on the nose for this one, but on the palate, for me anyways, I think I would gravitate towards this one a little bit more, just a little bit. Where are you at on that?
You know, there's more to pick apart on the second one. The first one hit me with all this straight nuttiness. By comparison,
and I just went back to it, and it's like, okay, it's a nice one, but it seems like there's more going on with this one, with the second one more. It's not bad. It's just, it almost seems plain in comparison once you taste it again. It's almost like, okay, there's just that cayenne, that little bit of oomph, but it's straightforward. While this one is just more overall flavor, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably where I am on that. Both of them, I like the flavors of them. You know, it's the nut butter versus the fruits and the caramels and the creams. You know, the other ones and the pepper. The other one's just got more you can pick apart. So if I'm sitting down thinking of it, I'd probably gravitate towards the second one.
Okay.
But the first one's got some interesting aspects, that's for sure.
Yeah. So the nose on this one and then the palate on this one, same. So we're on agreement. So you know, awesome. Ready to hear what they are?
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
Okay. Well, I forgot. Let me slow down. Even though, okay. Anyways, what would you consider this to be above or below 100? And same thing with this above or below 100? And what you would like, if this is this something that you would be interested in pursuing? Which one would be a little bit more interesting to have in your collection?
Oh, that's always a tough question.
Because I could see why somebody would pick this one, because this one's more of your traditional type thing. This one's a little bit different. If you want to show somebody or give somebody something different, I can see this one.
Man. I would think they're both below 100, but you make me very nervous at the same time, Joe.
Okay. So what we were drinking, what we were enjoying together, two friends coming together, having a pour together during these holidays. What we were having, pour number one, Cayenne. It's a bottle and bond. We already talked about that. So it's a bottle and bond, and it is a Old McBriar bottle and bond.
Oh, okay.
You don't have this one, do you?
No.
Okay.
I've seen that label before though.
I did a video with Mark, and I poured him some, and he never put out the video. He made the video, he forgot, or it got erased somehow. So he didn't put out the video. So I didn't know if he got it or not. And then we're like at the end, he's like, "Oh, I have that one." And I'm like, "Oh, I was trying to find something that people don't have." And I was hoping that that this is the 2023 edition. So I'm assuming that means that every year they come out with something different. This is their 2023 edition. Last year I heard about it, and heard a lot of people rave about it. That was different, good. So I was like, yeah, I gotta grab one of those. So I did. So that's number one.
Remind me, the Old McBriar there. So I believe they're sourcing. What's the details on this one?
Let's see. It is an old-fashioned Kentucky bourbon of the highest Mount Everest ideals that are consistently employed on this bottle here. So the highest, the Mount Everest of I guess ideals.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. I think it's a decent whiskey. It's something different. You know, if you like something with a little bit of more of a chili spice, not really chili, because I have whiskeys that taste like chili, and I really don't like that. But this one right here, I think it's a little bit of lighter on that, which makes it a little bit more enjoyable.
Yeah. No, it's definitely an interesting dynamic to get that flavor note on the finish and on the tip of your tongue and the back of your throat all at the same time. Yeah. I've never had anything that's done that before.
Y'all, second drink is the tater bottle. The tater bottle. What we liked better on the palate is a 2023 June 19th. So happy birthday to any June 19thers out there. Rickhouse number 48. Bottle 1369.
Oh, that was Blanton's Gold. Interesting.
Yeah. So for those of you who are taters and like these, flavor's not bad. It's actually pretty good. It's not overwhelming. The heat is pretty good. If you saw yesterday's video, you'll know how much, like what I was, kind of I guess saying some of the same notes is because it's from the same distillery. So I was getting a lot of it from it. So a lot of the same notes, except in a lighter version of it. So yeah,
that's interesting. That wasn't setting off any of my Buffalo Trace alarms at all.
Yeah, and that's what Trev said too. He was like, "No way, there's no way that's that." But yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Even after the reveal, taking a sip of it, it still doesn't set off my Buffalo Trace alarms. That's an interesting single barrel.
Man, I hope I didn't cross these, but that would be weird for you to get the same flavors on them.
No, you didn't cross it. No. Huh. No. This has got to be the Blanton's Gold. But no, it's just a.
And you have one of these, right? You have these already.
I do. I have one of those. It's been, probably 4 years. So,
okay.
The way Buffalo Trace releases, it's hard to say if there's any flavor creep or if my bottle has just been open for so long. But I always tend to get that more distinct, I don't know, that Buffalo Trace cherry. And it just doesn't emerge from this particular.
I didn't get any cherry on this one. More, like I said, like softer apricot type flavor to it, the caramel, stuff like that. But well, the one thing I can say about the last one that I did, it did have a little bit more cherry apricot mix, but I was getting more apricot on this one. So
yeah, more of the stone fruits with that cream. Yeah, interesting. Well, very nice.
Thank you again for doing this with me. Having a whiskey with a friend from Hello Again Whiskey Friends is just what the best one. This is day number 5, everybody. So really appreciate you guys tuning into these. Go subscribe. Hello Again Whiskey Friends. Hit their like buttons. Comment on their stuff because they got great content over there. And I just want to thank you again, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. You, Darrell, and Kelsey. You guys make that gel together so well, and that your guys' lives and videos just show like what this community is all about, with bringing people together and stuff. So I really appreciate you, brother.
Oh, I appreciate you, Joe, putting this all together. And before we depart here, Joe, I mean, most people aren't going to know this, but if they look up prior videos of yours, I was on your channel before I had any type of channel. You were just welcomed me with open arms, brought me on. We had a fun flight. And that gave me the confidence to figure out I could do this too. So
and
really appreciate you
bringing that up, y'all, is because he put the smack down and he beat me on my job. He came over, picked my dog.
Saying that.
I'm just kidding. But cheers to you, brother. Cheers to your channel, the growth of your channel. Cheers to everybody out there. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that stuff. And we'll see you on the next one. Love you guys. Thank you. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
How do I get out of here?
Bye, Felicia.
Oh, shoot. I messed that one up again. I'm always messing that up every day. It's weird. Oh, real quick on both of these. I'm going to say they're both
it's good. Really good.
I probably won't change one over the other. That's where I'm at. Those two. Appreciate you guys again. See you on the next one. Cheers, everybody.